the best of luck in all of their future endeavors. At this time, we will honor the seniors from Morristown Baird School. Number 70, Jack Webb. Jack has been a member of the MBS football program for 4 years as an offensive and defensive lineman for the varsity program. Due to an injury, Jack is no longer on the field, but playing an active role as a leader amongst his peers. Jack is a proud owner of the e-foil business and loves to volunteer at Homeless Solutions. He also spends his time as a member of the finance club, like skiing and snowboarding in Vermont. Thank you for being so committed to the football program. Today, Jack is accompanied by his parents, Janine and Mike Webb. Congratulations, number 7, Jack Webb. Number 17, Ethan Reitman. Ethan has been a member of the MBS football program for 4 years as a wide receiver, defensive back, and kicker on special teams for the varsity program. Ethan has been a great teammate on and off the field, helping his teammates become better people. Ethan is a proud member of BFI and the Crimson Sun. Thank you for being so committed to the football program. Today, Ethan is accompanied by his parents, Sharon and Daniel Reitman. Congratulations, number 17, Ethan Reitman. Number 12, Jack Morace. Jack has been a member of the MBS football program for 4 years as a quarterback and linebacker for the varsity program. He has helped this program grow and flourish through his hard work and dedication. Thank you for your leadership and commitment to the MBS football program. Today, Jack is accompanied by his parents, Jamie and Michael Morace, as well as his brother Brady, who is also a member of the MBS football program. Congratulations, number 12, Jack Morace. Number 66, Brooks Limbert. Brooks has been a member of the MBS football program for 4 years as an offensive and defensive line for the varsity program. Brooks also serves as a captain of the varsity team as a senior. Brooks has been a phenomenal leader to the underclassmen and is always uplifting to his teammates. Thank you for your leadership and commitment to the football program. Today, Brooks is accompanied by his parents, Reagan and Christian Limbert. Congratulations, number 66, Brooks Limbert. Number 3, Spencer Anderson. Spencer has been a member of the MBS football program for 4 years as a wide receiver and defensive back for the varsity program. Spencer also serves as a captain of the varsity team as a senior. He's a very talented track and field star, considered one of the fastest in New Jersey. Thank you for your leadership and commitment to the MBS football program. Today, Spencer is accompanied by his parents, Charnel and Corey Anderson, as well as his brother Nick, who is also a member of the MBS football program. Congratulations, number 3, Spencer Anderson. Number 5, Marcello Laraca. Marcello has been a member of the MBS football program for 4 years as a running back and a linebacker for the varsity program. Marcello also serves as a captain of the varsity team as a senior. He is very talented on the field as a dynamic football player, with his most outstanding performance rushing for 350 yards with 5 touchdowns and recently being named Player of the Week. Thank you for your leadership and commitment to the football program. Today, Marcello is accompanied by his parents, Lisette and Vincent Laraca. Congratulations, number 5, Marcello Laraca. Number 88, Micah Leibowitz. Micah has been a member of the MBS football program for 4 years as a tight end and defensive end for the varsity program. Micah also serves as a captain of the varsity team as a senior. He is also a varsity basketball team member and enjoys volunteering at his summer camp. Micah has been a phenomenal leader to his teammates this year. Thank you for your leadership and commitment. Today, Micah is accompanied by his parents, Mark and Lisa, as well as his sister, Helen Leibowitz. Congratulations, number 88, Micah Leibowitz. Number 50, Adam Broyles. Adam has been a member of the MBS football program for 4 years as an offensive lineman and a linebacker for the varsity program. During his tenure with the team, Adam has grown as a student athlete and as a teammate. Thank you for being so committed to the MBS football program. Today, Adam is accompanied by his mother, Sherry Broyles. Congratulations, number 50, Adam Broyles. Congratulations to the class of 2024 MBS football. Let's give them one round of applause. That concludes our ceremony, and good luck in today's game.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time I ask that you all rise, kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now it's time for your point toss. The captains for Hopkins, number 4, number 54, number 77, number 24, and number 80 for Morristown Beard, number 88, number 3, number 5, and number 66. The Hilltoppers of Hopkins are coached by Mr. Tim Phipps, and your Crimson of Morristown Beard are coached by Mr. Malik Valentine. Oh, Ty's Valentine, I'm sorry. I've seen them both play, so. Actually was an official for both of them, so. The Crimson have won the toss, and they've elected to decline to the second half. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing Metropolitan Independent Football League rules, so kickoffs will be eliminated. The ball will be placed at the offensive-owned 30-yard line for the play. The receiving coach can request it at either hash or the center of the field.
All right, we welcome you here to Morristown, New Jersey for another edition of Morristown Baird Crimson Football. Live here on Play-by-Play Production. Simon Rosenwasser here with you. Crimson coming off the win last week in which they saw Marcello LaRocca score 5 touchdowns against Newark Academy at Jersey School. Today, welcome in a school from Connecticut, the Hopkins Hilltoppers coming in. They're 0-3, the Crimson at 3-1. And we are just about ready to go. They said they were going to kick off around 1 p.m., but here we are at 1:13. And now we're getting closer and closer. And I got to catch myself because there is no kickoff. It'll just be a start at the 30-yard line here in Metropolitan Independent Football League rules. That is how they do it. And so it is the Morristown Bear Crimson who won the toss. They've elected to play defense first, just like they did last week. It worked to their advantage. Gathered that momentum towards the end of the second quarter, and they started the third quarter by scoring. So, similar story here. The Crimson and Taj Valentine will send his defense out onto the field first, and we look at the Hilltoppers offense moving right to left. Rocco DeMeo is the quarterback. He starts in the gun, a little bit of movement before the first snap. And he's looking to throw down the middle. He's got his man. Big chunk play on first down. First play out of the gates.
First down, Hilltoppers.
Maurice Ellis out of the backfield who brings it in. It's 1st and 10, Hilltoppers. Softball up the middle. DeMeo put it in a good spot. So quickly into Maubert territory are the Hilltoppers. More movement. And too much movement.
Correction, the pass was complete to 44, Maurice Ellis.
This will be a false start against Hopkins, so 1st and 15. Tim Phipps, the head coach for Hopkins. Certainly has some things for this Hopkins school to do before the snap. And it leads to a false start here on first down. First minute of play here from Morristown. Hopkins with the ball just shy of midfield. Matthias Vecchi is the man in motion coming to the near side playing receiver. DeMeo will hand on first down. And it's a play in the backfield stopped by the Maubert defense. Couple Crimson in there, including Chase Greenberg. So no gain, 2nd and 15 here for the Hilltoppers. They came out throwing on their first play from scrimmage. Crimson might be putting him into a passing situation, maybe not on this play. But it is DeMeo who wants to throw, sets up a screen. It's going nowhere. Brooks Limbert sniffs it out, and it's a 4-yard loss for the Hilltoppers to make it 3rd and long. So back them all the way up into their own territory. Third and long. More movement. So it was a 3rd and 18. Now we'll turn it into a 3rd and 23. So a promising start to this drive for Hopkins. And they're already just within 15 yards of where they started after that first big play. The passing play to Maurice Ellis. So 3rd and 23. Here comes Leibowitz. DeMeo gets it away. It's intercepted. Crimson pick it off. And that's Ethan Reutman. Maubert ball.
Your pass is intercepted by number 17, Ethan Reutman. Crimson ball.
So the Crimson do well to force Hopkins into that passing situation. Reutman able to play center field and haul it in. And the Crimson take over with Hopkins coming up empty on their first possession. So this drive starts at the 38.
Quarterback for the Crimson, number 10, Ryan Novak.
Ryan Novak playing quarterback. Started under center, now comes into the gun. Looking quickly to the near side, it's Speranza who lowers his shoulder. Not a huge body, but he uses it well. Very physical player. You'll see him blocking a lot. And you can see how pumped up he is after a good gain on first down. The screen play nets a few. We will see more of Spencer Anderson here in this game. Didn't see Spencer play last week against Newark Academy. It was the Marcello LaRocca show. Anderson is listed out as a wide receiver. LaRocca is in there. He's got some tape on his left leg. And he gets the carry on second down. LaRocca looking off tackle, and Hopkins does well with it. There is a flag on the field as well.
Flag on the field.
See what the call is. The referees discuss. And this is going to be a hold against Morristown Baird. So a couple penalties in the first 3 minutes, one on each team. The false start against Hopkins, and now a holding penalty as the Crimson look to stretch it to the left. Going to bring them all the way back to the 31. Still second down. $16 to go here on second down.
Second and 16.
LaRocca is the back. Anderson's in motion. They hand to Spencer Anderson his first touch in a couple weeks. Past the 40 to the 45, shoved out there. And it's near that first down marker, just a couple yards shy, but it'll put the Crimson in position to move the sticks on this next down. Anderson, who of course is the track star, one of the fastest, if not the fastest, athlete in the state of New Jersey. They use him every which way. Think San Francisco 49ers and Deebo Samuel. They'll run the end arounds. They'll throw it out to him. They got to get the ball in the hands of number 3. And then they can pound it with Marcello LaRocca, who's moving up the gut. Marcello LaRocca with the end zone in sight. Can he get there? Just shy. Here comes some flags as he's wrestled down inside the 5.
Marcello LaRocca with the big run.
Lightning and thunder for the Crimson, and it's Marcello LaRocca who will put the Crimson in business on their first offensive possession. Wait to see what the flag is. And it's a face mask against the defense. So LaRocca, who put up 350 yards to go along with his 5 touchdowns last week, with a 50-yard gain to make it 1st and 5. LaRocca and Speranza in the backfield. As Novak hands to LaRocca, he waits patiently and then slips up behind the line of scrimmage. Make it 2nd and goal from the 6. Ryan Novak comes to the sideline to get the call.
Loss of a yard on that play. Still 2nd and goal.
3 men split out wide for the Crimson, 1 to the right. LaRocca is the only man in the backfield. Quick screen to Speranza. Looking for the block from Anderson. Can't get around the edge. He runs out of room, and a flag comes in inside the 5-yard line.
Pass to Speranza. Goes out of bounds, but we have a flag on the play.
Speranza clapping. Maybe that means it's a penalty against Hopkins. And you can see Micah Leibowitz there also indicating it's against the Hilltoppers. Face mask again, 2nd and 3 plays against Hopkins. I believe that makes it an automatic 1st down, although there might be some miffle rules I'm not up to speed with. They still have the 5-yard face mask variety. So it's second down. We'll do it again. 2nd and 3. Up the middle. Crimson signaling touchdown. They've got it with Leibowitz. Micah Leibowitz, the short yardage specialist. We saw him a couple times last week, backed up in their own end zone. They trust the big man who gestures a heart to the crowd, and the Crimson are on the board. It's 6-0.
Coming out to the extra point, number 17, Ethan Reitman.
Ethan Reutman, who's already had a busy day with the interception, lines up for the extra point, and he knocks it through 7-0.
Ethan Reutman's kick is to the uprights. That's good, but we have a flag on the play.
Is a flag on the play, and looks like it is against Morristown Baird. Saw the referee gesturing that way. Personal foul against the Crimson. And you can't assess anything on the kickoff here in the Miffle. So what have we? Do we redo it on the extra point? Taj Valentine coming over to get the explanation. They still have 6 points on the scoreboard here. They once again make the gesture for personal foul, and I think we're going to do it again. Offense coming back out onto the field for the Crimson to attempt the extra point. So
your kick is good as your penalty was.
All right. Kick is good. So 7-0. They're announcing it here as you hear. Trying to keep up. They assess it. Well, not the kickoff, but they start the Hopkins drive inside the 20, so they actually called the penalty against Hopkins School. And Hopkins, once again, getting the ball in the hands of Maurice Ellis. Freshman running back with a good gain, about 8 yards.
Number 17, Ethan Reitman. We're going to call it 2nd and 2.
Second down and short here for Hopkins. Down 7-0. Clearly Ellis, the main man to get the football for Hopkins so far. That's a false start against the Hilltoppers. It's already the 5th or 6th penalty we've seen against the Hopkins School. Maybe we'll chalk it up to the travel that they had to do. Never easy traveling from Connecticut, even though as the crow flies it's not too far, but coming through the city is never easy unless you go all the way north of it. And so Hopkins coming out a little slow and in a hole, 7-0. Their offense looking to get going. 2nd and 6. DeMeo rolling. Here comes the pressure, and this one broken up, incomplete. Marco Velastro on the coverage. Makes it 3rd and 6. Marco's brother, Buddy, graduating last year. Playing safety. And on this play, starting to cheat up a little bit. DeMeo looking deep. He's going to overshoot his man. It was one-on-one coverage. William Hensel was the intended target. And so 4th down and 6. Hopkins going to be forced to punt. Rocco DeMeo, the quarterback, also the punter. Oscar Speranza is the man in position to return. It's a fake, and DeMeo looking for that first down yardage. He's got it. How about Hopkins rolling the dice deep within their own territory? And DeMeo showing off his legs will move the chains. Well done by Tim Phipps and company. Well, we know this Crimson team knows a little thing or two about trying fake punts. We saw them attempt it last week unsuccessfully deep within their own territory. Their defense able to bail them out. So Hopkins now 1st and 10. DeMeo, quick hitter to Andy Toft. It's completed for a short gain up to the 30.
Pass complete to number 4, Andy Toft.
Clock ticks under 6 here in the first quarter.
It's going to look like it's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 here for Hopkins. More movement as DeMeo, who didn't start behind the center, now comes back in the shotgun formation behind the center. Another deep ball looking for Hensel. It's broken up.
Just pass incomplete.
Nick Anderson on the coverage. Spencer's little brother, the sophomore, playing cornerback and forcing a 3rd and 7. Well, Hopkins not afraid to air it out. Pressure coming, Velastro and company as well. And there's a man wide open, but the pressure forces an incomplete pass. Oh, if Vecchi caught that ball, it was an easy touchdown for Hopkins. And now the punting unit will likely come out onto the field again. And though we just saw Hopkins attempt a fake punt, it would probably be a little shocking if we saw it twice in a row. There you see a new man who's standing back, and that's Spencer Anderson, who's going to try to receive this punt. It's a high ball that will just have to be down at the 34-yard line. No chance at a return for Anderson, but he'll stay out onto the field, and here comes his teammates. The rest of the Morristown Bear Crimson offense. 7-0, under 5 to play, first quarter. Short touchdown run is the only score by Micah Leibowitz on Senior Day. Big congratulations to all the seniors on this Morristown Bear roster, including the aforementioned Spencer Anderson, Ethan Reutman, who's made a play today, Jack Morace, Adam Broyles, Aiden Kasman, Jack Webb, among a few others. Novak fakes the handoff, spins it around to Micah Leibowitz. Last couple touches for the Morristown Bear Crimson on offense. And number 88 will move the sticks. Proven to be a pretty good short yardage.
Look like it's a Crimson.
Has the look of a tight end, doesn't he, Micah Leibowitz? Gets the ball up to the 48. And Leibowitz, of course, lined up as a tight end along the right side here on this play. They'll hand to LaRocca, splits a couple guys, leans forward across the 50, where he's tackled there at the 48. It's a gain of 4. And brings up 2nd and 6.
Going to be 2nd and 6.
Well, certainly won't be as easy for Marcello LaRocca, although he made it look easy last week. Already with that big play, over 50 yards. It's been the Leibowitz show here in the first quarter for Morristown Baird. And Micah might have another first down.
Complete again to Micah Leibowitz, number 88.
We'll see. It's going to be close and depend on the spot. Looks like they spot him just short, third and less than a yard.
Looks like it's 3rd and 1.
Speranza and Marcello LaRocca in the backfield. LaRocca taken down by 4 Hopkins players. That's sometimes what it takes. And on 3rd and short, the Crimson go backwards. And it's decision time for Taj Valentine in the Crimson offense.
Tackled by a swarm of Hilltop defenders.
Ball now spotted at the 46. And 4 yards to gain here on 4th down for Morristown Baird. Not an obvious running situation, but a key play early on. LaRocca next to Novak. Novak gesturing to the near side. It's a little shovel to LaRocca. Big hole for Marcello LaRocca. First down yardage. And a gain of 13 on 4th down.
First down.
Crimson moving again. Ball spotted now at the 35. Anderson in the slot, 2 receivers. Here comes Spencer Anderson on the end around, trying to gain the corner. Flag comes out in the area of holding. Anderson didn't go anywhere anyway. Nice play by Andy Toth to wrap him up.
Holding on the Crimson.
Looks like Hopkins was pretty prepared on that play. I know that they like to run those end arounds with Spencer Anderson. And the Hilltoppers were prepared, with the flag bringing back Morristown Baird another 10 yards. So 1st and 20. Ball spotted at the 45.
Still first down.
Leibowitz in motion. Here comes the pressure. Novak's in trouble, and down he goes. No, he got it away. And Marcello LaRocca is moving for 6. What a play. Novak, Patrick Mahomes-like. And LaRocca did the rest. Touchdown, Morristown Baird.
Novak got that one away as he was going down. LaRocca took it the rest of the way. Ethan Reitman out for the extra point.
So Reutman will come on for another extra point try. And it's blocked. So it remains 13-0.
The kick is blocked by the Hilltoppers. Your score, Morristown Baird Crimson 13, Hilltoppers of Hopkins 0.
So 13-0 with 1:50 left.
The Hilltoppers.
That's a good time to bring up Marcello LaRocca's numbers from this year. 23 attempts last week, 350 yards, 5 touchdowns versus Newark Academy. There he is on the sideline. Leading the Crimson with 9 rushing touchdowns this year, now 3 receiving touchdowns. A magnet to the end zone, Marcello LaRocca. DeMeo rolling, and he got it to his man's hands, but it's dropped there by William Hensel. Spencer Anderson will loose it up to make it 2nd down.
Good coverage by your Crimson defense.
Second and 10. Movement. Right side of the line. Guilty party is going to be the Hopkins school and Aiden Flanagan. So it makes it a 2nd and 15. And how about that play by Ryan Novak? I thought for sure he was down. His knee just about hitting the turf. And just dumps it off to LaRocca. Handoff on 2nd down. They'll get past the original line of scrimmage. So once again, Maurice Ellis. Good gain of about 8. 3rd and 7.
Maurice Ellis with the carry. Gains about 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Ticking under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Hand to Ellis. Leibowitz looses it up. Ellis jumps back on top of it. But Micah Leibowitz wreaking havoc yet again.
Ellis again with the carry. Tackled by Micah Leibowitz.
Number 88. What a performance so far. And even though he doesn't recover that fumble, he forces Hopkins back within their own 25, and it'll be 4th and long, and Tim Phipps is forced to send out the punting unit yet again. See if they get this snap off before the first quarter comes to an end. I believe they will be forced to with the play clock. And they do snap. DeMeo lines it up, boots it, bounces at the 45. Buzzer sounds. Mo Baird will take a break, up 13-0. Leibowitz in the end zone. Marcello LaRocca in the end zone. Crimson, good start on Senior Day. We'll be back here on Play by Play. Back we come. Start of the second quarter. Marcello LaRocca on 1st down. Hard-earned gain of 5 yards.
About 5.
So LaRocca with the big play of this first half. Well, 2 big plays. One rush that was 50-plus yards. It put the Crimson in position. Michael Leibowitz finished off the job. And then the touchdown pass from Ryan Novak on a screen. Novak going down, able to get rid of it, and LaRocca went the rest. But Marcello already over 100 total all-purpose yards. More movement up front by Hopkins, and yet again it's Aiden Flanagan who, with his head down, he was just the guilty party on the offensive side of the ball. And he's got the yips a bit on the line as he moves early on the defensive side. 2nd and short. Playbook wide open here for the Crimson. LaRocca goes to the right side of Novak. The give is to Speranza. Stiff arm with his right, and that's enough for a first down. And he's wrestled out of bounds, and that's when a flag comes in. Mason Sulzbach with the tackle. Speranza, though, looks to be the one that drew that penalty. I believe that penalty is going to be a personal foul against Hopkins. Tim Phipps screaming from across the field. He does not agree with the call. There he is, the head coach. Headset off. Thinks that was a clean tackle, and, well, he might have a case just based on the way that Oscar Speranza runs. He's an aggressive runner, and you have to really do all you can to try to wrestle him out of bounds. Call goes in favor of Morristown Baird again, though, and they've got the ball within the 30-yard line. Anderson in motion. It's a throw from Novak to Leibowitz. Easy enough. Touchdown. Morristown Baird. Micah Leibowitz in the end zone for the 2nd time today. First time through the air. 29-yard pass and catch from Ryan Novak to Micah Leibowitz. And the Crimson take a 19-0 lead. Flag comes out before the snap.
Flag on the field.
Penalty was against Morristown Baird, so it'll be a little bit tougher of a field goal for Ethan Reutman on the extra point. Snap is bounced to the holder. Reutman still puts it through. Well done.
Good. Nice little pickup by our holder there, Ryan Novak.
Ryan Novak, the holder.
20.
So it's 20-0.
The Hilltoppers will take over first down.
Well, we can look at the recent results here for Morristown Baird as the Hilltoppers come out on offense. That's their upcoming schedule. We'll look at that later. Here's the recent results. J.P. Stevens, they beat, lost to Sleepy Hollow. A 1-point win against King School, and big win last week during Spirit Week against Newark Academy. 3-1 Crimson in strong position as 1st and 10 pass is thrown incomplete in the direction of Matthias Vecchi. Rocco DeMeo goes over to Tim Phipps, the head coach. Get the signal for the 2nd and 10 play to come. Well, Hopkins forced to throw the ball now And DeMeo rolls. He's got some time, throws on the run. Speranza in coverage, and the ball is caught by Andy Toff. Nice play. I'll tell you what, Speranza might have gotten away with a little too much contact there defensively. And that's well done by the 6'1", 175-pound senior for Hopkins and Andy Toft. Nice to see a senior making a play here on Senior Day. It's Senior Day for both teams. Hopkins seniors honored by the athletic director, Joanne Zama, before the game. So Andy Toft makes a play, and Hopkins with a 1st and 10 from the 29. It's a handoff to Ellis, and guess who is there on the stop? It's Micah Leibowitz.
On the stop, number 88, Micah Leibowitz.
Short gain, maybe a yard. 2nd down and long.
Bring up 2nd down.
Actually mark him behind the line of scrimmage, so it's a tackle for a loss for Micah Leibowitz. 2nd and 11. DeMeo, the quarterback, Ellis next to him. DeMeo looking to throw, an out route is
number 24.
caught, but a quick tackle there by Morristown Baird. We'll move it up about 5 yards. The catch made by William Hensel. A big 3rd down play for Hopkins.
3rd and 6.
Remember, it's Morristown Baird who will get the ball at the start of the 3rd quarter. DeMeo's got plenty of time here. Goes up the middle, and he throws it incomplete. Kind of in between his 2 teammates, Matthias Vecchi and William Hensel. There were 3 Crimson in the area, including Reutman, Anderson, and Jawad Travis. So the Crimson had it covered well. 4th down and 6 here for Hopkins. And they're forced to go for it. Too far for a field goal, and you need 6 points and then some if you're Hopkins on most possessions from here on out. So DeMeo, with the pressure coming, has to get it away, and it is intercepted on a bobble. Jack Morace grabs it with some good hands.
Intercepted by number 12, Jack Morace. Crimson will take over.
Crimson take over on downs. Morace will pad the stats with the interception. I don't want to tell him because he's happy, and congratulations on the interception. But if he knocked it down, the Crimson would have had 15 more yards the other way. Your eyes get big when you get the chance to have an interception, and sometimes athletes just have to be athletes. So 1st and 10, just over 8 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Handoff to Speranza. And across the 20, Hopkins signaling that they forced a fumble, but the referees do not.
Speranza on a carry. Tackled by a swarm of Hopkins defenders. Gained about 3.
Gain of 3 on 1st down. I'll check that a little bit less than that. They mark him just about a yard in front of that 1st down mark. It's 2nd and 9 with Marcello LaRocca in motion, listed in the slot now. Empty backfield with Novak throwing to Anderson. A lot of room for Spencer. Breaks the tackle, and he's got 1st down yardage, a gain of 15 up to the 35.
Novak's pass complete to Spencer Anderson. He picks up a Crimson 1st down.
It'll just be a matter of time before we see Spencer Anderson break one for big yardage, it seems. He looks healthy. They kept him out of last week's action. With the conditions raining, just didn't want to risk any injury last week. They're thinking screen here. It's not there, so Novak flushed out. Shovel pass, and he throws it right to Hopkins. That's intercepted. Novak, who's played so well so far, sometimes you just got to eat it. And that might have been one of those times where Novak would have been better served to throw the ball away. Instead, he breathes a little bit of life into the Hopkins school. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers.
Timeout, Crimson.
Timeout called by Morristown Baird. And so we'll look at that Crimson huddle. And we'll bring up our coach's corner. Taj Valentine, the head coach, youngest head coach in the state of New Jersey, first black head coach in Morris County. Of course, a member of the class of 2018. 4-year football starter at Stonehill College. And also some other responsibilities here at Morristown Baird School. There he's at the bottom of your screen. Going out of frame there. But head coach in Taj Valentine doing a phenomenal job. He's got his Crimson playing well and a good start to his football career at 3-1 for Morristown Baird, and his defense will be relied upon here with 6:54 to play. Tim Phipps, head coach for Hopkins, looking to take some momentum into this drive after the interception. So back out comes Rocco DeMeo, the third, and he has actually played pretty well at the quarterback spot. Got 2 receivers. The give is to Ellis Leibowitz, another tackle for a loss. He's just been a monster. Micah Leibowitz with 2 touchdowns offensively, and defensively he puts the sword back in its sheath. 2nd and 12. You really got to know where Micah is on the field. Showing pressure. Here come the Crimson with the blitz. And Leibowitz, who shoves DeMeo, it's going to force an incomplete pass.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Now, Leibowitz is just a game wrecker right now. He's in on every single play and almost forced a turnover. There he is. 88. Playing that important edge position. There's really only been 3, right now in this play, 3 down linemen. Mo Baird likes to mix it up. So somewhat of a 3-4 as Leibowitz will drop back in coverage. That ball's intercepted. 2nd pick for Ethan Reutman. And this one will be all the way inside the 15. Ethan Reutman putting the Crimson on the doorstep again.
Ethan Reutman.
Seniors come into play here on their day here in Morristown. 5:50 to go, and the Crimson are in the red zone.
Nope, my bad. It's taken to the 12-yard line.
Much deserved celebration and congrats on the sideline there for Ethan Reutman. Novak back on the field as the quarterback. Evades one man, evades the second, not the 3rd and 4th. Down he goes, back to the 20, or at least shy of it, 18-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 5 on the play.
And number 70, Connor.
Hopkins has shown some good pressure here. They put Novak under duress. For the most part, Novak has done well with it. And that time a good decision to just take the sack. Remember the last play before that, it was the interception. Maybe it was forced up a little bit by Ryan. Empty backfield here for Novak until Spencer Anderson comes in motion and he takes the end around. Looks for the block from Jawad Travis. Here comes a flag as Anderson gains 10, but it's coming back. It's a hold against the Crimson.
Gains a good amount of yards, but we see some laundry on the field.
So a short field here for the Crimson. The chains move all the way back
Holding on the Crimson.
to the 25, and they have to get to the 4. So 21 yards to go here on 2nd down. Not a lot of green to work with here in a passing situation. Novak steps up in the pocket. Rolling, throws across his body. What a throw to Spencer Anderson. I'll tell you what, I made the comparison last time on that touchdown throw to LaRocca, but Novak looking more and more like Patrick Mahomes, leaning backwards throwing that ball across his body. As Spencer Anderson will get the ball 2 or 3 yards shy of that first down yardage. Novak coming back in to dish out the play call on 3rd and 3. Could it be LaRocca time? Marcello in the backfield. The give is to number 5. It's brought down by number 5 for the Hopkins school.
Rocco tackled. Brought down by number 5, Matt Goose. And number 52, Soren Ekstrom.
Timeout called by Hopkins. 3:27 left here in the second quarter. I know we had first quarter up there for a little while here in the second, so apologies about that, but we are here in the second quarter. 20-0 Morristown Baird over Hopkins. And a 4th down and 3 coming up here in just a moment. Fourth down and 3. Novak to throw on 4th down, looking end zone in the direction of LaRocca, and that's incomplete over everyone's head. And that's a turnover on downs.
Hopkins will take over. First and 10.
So Hopkins takes over inside their own 10-yard line. Long field to go for Hopkins If anything, Ethan Reutman switches the field position with that big interception. Reutman a couple extra points, a couple interceptions here in the first half. And he's back on the field as a defender. As Hopkins snaps it, we've got a whistle beforehand. And a timeout by the Hopkins school.
Timeout Hopkins. That's their second. One timeout left. Quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, halftime. We have refreshments behind us here at the concession stand.
Take a look at some of the recent results for Hopkins.
Hamburgers, hot dogs.
The Hilltoppers losing to King, losing to Poly Prep.
I hear we got some sausage.
Also losing to
from
Derby
Dave
on their
Whiteman's
first game of the
Deli,
season.
Newark, New Jersey.
King, one of the common opponents between Morristown Baird and Hopkins. Crimson defeating the King School 27-26 as we showed you before. First and 10 for Hopkins. 3:19 left here in the second quarter. DeMayo trying to set up a screen for William Hensel. It's incomplete. So second and 10. Leibowitz, who was on the left side of the defensive formation that last series, he's going to show pressure from the right side as DeMayo throws it up. Another interception. That's the third for Ethan Reutman.
Intercepted.
3 interceptions in the first half for the senior. Have a day, young fella. Taking the term right place at the right time to a new level. Second interception in as many series. He's really reading the eyes of the quarterback. And he gives a first and 10 for Morristown Baird at the 28. 3:05 to play, second quarter. Novak escaping pressure. Throwing across his body, and it's in and out of the hands of Michael Leibowitz. You know, Mike has got high expectations for himself. Not happy that he dropped that one. Another good play there by Novak, escaping. Second and 10 as the clock stops at 2:57. Speranza and LaRocca flanking Novak. And the give is to Marcello LaRocca. A little burst of speed across the 20. He's near the marker. Chains move. First down, Morristown Baird.
First down.
LaRocca's second touch in a row. Marcello LaRocca still moving, carrying the pile. He lost the football. He may have been in already. The referee, who was right on the goal line, does not signal touchdown. I think he lost the football before he went in. Now he calls it touchdown. A little delayed. All right. Touchdown Marcello LaRocca. Touchdown Morristown Baird Crimson. It's 26-0. I'm not sure what kind of speech the referee was giving there. All he needed to do was put his hands in the air to show it was a touchdown. So Ethan Reutman, with 3 interceptions, comes on for his third made extra point, and he makes it 26-0. 27-0, excuse me. Crimson over Hilltoppers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we really want to thank you for your support today for the concession stand. I just got a text that all the hamburgers.
2:09 to play, second quarter.
Got drinks and some snacks left.
Ethan Reutman's third interception sets up Marcello LaRocca's second touchdown of the day. Morristown Baird will have possession of the football when we start the second half. They deferred after winning the coin toss, but the defense comes out onto the field again. Hopkins going to keep it on the ground with Ellis. Leibowitz first to get there. Good physical running there from Ellis to move Leibowitz up to the 35.
Tackle by Michael Leibowitz. Like he gains about 5.
Second down and 5. Another give to Ellis. Runs over his tackler. Going to be short of the first down.
Again on the run.
I think that was Velastro who came up to make the play. Limping a little bit now is Marco Velastro. 3rd and 1. Just about a minute to play. Conservative play calling here from Hopkins. Ethan Reutman has scared them off. They'll throw on 3rd down, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. That's Matias Vecchi. Brings up 4th and 1. Hopkins going to keep the offense on the field. Why not? Bunch formation. Hopkins looking for a little tush push, as they call it in the NFL. And I'm not sure if they got it. There is a flag regardless coming out. Rocco DeMeo took some punishment for that quarterback sneak. Not quite Jalen Hurts-esque. It's offsides against Morristown Baird, so the Crimson will be guilty of lining up offsides. DeMeo will come out for at least a play. He looks okay. May have took a shot high.
First down.
And so the backup quarterback, Andrew Baer, comes out onto the field. 1st and 10, 36 seconds. And Hopkins, if they want to score, probably have to put the ball in the air, and they would do so with Andrew Baer. See what happens. They'll just hand it off to Ellis, the safe play. Leibowitz there in on the stop. It's a gain of 1.
Handoff, the
Clock ticks inside 20 seconds. Hopkins lets it move. And no sign of DeMeo here at the end of the first half. That will, I believe, do it as the Crimson will take a 27-0 lead going into halftime. What a performance by Mo Baird. Couple touchdowns for Marcello LaRocca. That's 7 touchdowns now in 2 weeks for Marcello. Micah Leibowitz and Ethan Reutman, the 2 seniors in your picture. They're the story for Morristown Baird so far. Leibowitz with 2 touchdowns, 1 running, 1 receiving. Ethan Reutman with 3 interceptions defensively. And that's why the Crimson are up big. 27-point lead for Morristown Baird as they'll head into the locker room. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Third quarter action between Mo Baird and Hopkins live here on Play by Play.
on their own 30-yard line.
All right, we welcome you back. Start of the third quarter, live from Morristown, New Jersey. Morristown Baird School versus the Hopkins School here in Miffle football. First touch of the second half goes to Marcello LaRocca. Does seem like the Hopkins School watched the tape from last week. They're not going to let Marcello have a day like he had, although still tough to keep LaRocca in check. 2 touchdowns in the first half, over 100 all-purpose yards. 50-yard screen pass that he took to the house, as well as the touchdown before the half. What was it, about a 15-yard touchdown run? He fumbled right near the goal line, but they marked him in. And Marcello LaRocca takes the ball on second down and 10. Takes a big hit. Ball came loose. Hopkins hopes they have it. It looks like the Crimson jump on top of it. Credit William Hensel with loosing it up there. And Gabe Chiminello is the man down for Hopkins, as well as Marcello LaRocca, who came in with quite a bit of injury last week. He was a little tender on a couple of hits, and there was a big collision there. LaRocca is going to get back to his feet. It's Chiminello who's still down, and we will take a step aside, an audio break, while they tend to the injured Hopkins School player. The round of applause is for Gabe Chiminello, who is back on his feet, hobbling over to the sideline. He looks okay. Maybe the wind knocked out of him after trying to tackle Marcello LaRocca, and he actually successfully did so. So it brings up a third down and about 7 yards to go here for the Crimson and their first possession of the second half. Three receivers to the right side, including Micah Leibowitz. Spencer Anderson in the slot. Anderson in motion. Novak sidearm to Leibowitz. He catches for a first down. Good looking pass and catch there from Novak to Leibowitz, who had a big first half, did number 88. A touchdown running to get the Crimson on the scoreboard. And then he had another reception touchdown, 29-yard reception from Novak across the middle for the tight end. First and 10 from the 41. The give is to Spencer Anderson, trying to get him going. And Hopkins has played him well.
Anderson tries to go around the outside. Tackled by 73.
Loss of about 1 on the play. Well, the end arounds really haven't worked as much as I think Morristown Baird would like with Spencer Anderson. We would like to see him get down the field. Trying to beat a man one-on-one. Anderson is listed out as the receiver all the way on the far side. 4 receivers. LaRocca next to Novak. Looking Anderson's way. Novak pumps. Now delivers, and that ball's incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Flag comes out.
Novak's pass incomplete.
Eli Ratner of Hopkins breaks it up. We'll see what the flag is. It looks like it's against Morristown Baird. Usually when the quarterback is holding the ball for that long, it'll be a penalty, either holding or this indication is legal hands to the face against those protecting number 10, the quarterback, who comes in to deliver the message after going to the sideline. Second down and long. First down markers at the opposing 49. Crimson have the ball at the 29. 32 yards to go. 22 yards to go here on second down. Anderson with some space. We'll get to the 40. That's near the original line of scrimmage. About a gain of 10 here for Spencer Anderson on second down. Makes it manageable here for the Crimson on third down.
And we're going to say 11 for the Crimson. 12. Third and 12.
Five wide for Morristown Baird. Anderson in motion. Novak escapes pressure. No one's downfield, so Novak will tuck it and run. And he's got the first down. Great run by Ryan Novak. Looking elusive today.
Ryan Novak was under a lot of pressure and kept that one himself.
The pressure has come all afternoon long, and Novak has looked very spry in the pocket. Another instance where it looked like Hopkins had him dead to rights. And Novak turns it into another Crimson first down, now to the 47. Morristown Baird moving here on their first possession of the second half. Speranza in the backfield alongside LaRocca. And the hand is to Marcello LaRocca. Lowers his shoulder and moves the tackler and Andy Toft forward a couple yards. And a strong first down run for Marcello LaRocca.
By Andy Toft and the rest of his teammates helped out.
Second down and 4 here for Morristown Baird.
My apologies. LaRocca gained 6 yards.
Crimson in no particular hurry here, up 27 points. Another give to LaRocca. Follows the left side of the line. Brady Morace was over there blocking. Shorter gain this time for LaRocca. 2, maybe 3. So 3rd and 1 after indeed a 3-yard gain for Marcello LaRocca. Leibowitz comes back in. Brady Morace comes out after being involved on that running play. Travis and Anderson, the wide receivers on either side. Speranza and LaRocca next to Novak. Leibowitz in motion. The give is to Marcello LaRocca for his 3rd consecutive run. And this is the time here in the second half when you've got a defense that's a little bit tired, that a big body like Marcello LaRocca is going to be tougher and tougher to bring down. Long, patient drives are in Morristown Baird's favor. First down at the 31. 4 in a row for Marcello LaRocca. Sheds off 2 guys in the backfield, and he's got a gain of 8.
Gains about 8. Crimson offensive line doing a really good job here today.
Seven minutes off the clock here in this third quarter drive for Morristown Bear. Speranza's now listed out as a wide receiver on the left. Leibowitz in the slot. Anderson on an end around with LaRocca blocking. It's Spencer Anderson with the first down. Up to the 25 goes Spencer.
Spencer Anderson on the end around. He gets enough for a Crimson first down. First and 10, Crimson from the 17-yard line.
Back in the red zone for Morristown Baird. Or do they call it the Crimson Zone? They've been in it a lot regardless of what you call it. Inside the 20-yard line yet again and looking to put more points on the board. Speranza and LaRocca flanking Novak. Give us to Speranza. Here comes a flag as Oscar unable to get away from the tackler in Tommy O'Connell.
Carry.
It's going to be a hold against Morristown Bear. They were able to overcome a holding penalty earlier on the drive. We'll see what happens here in the ensuing plays. First and long. .23 yards to gain here for the Crimson on first down. .330 to play and counting here in the third quarter. Novak looked at Anderson, then looked downfield, then gives to Anderson. It'll be a modest gain of about 3.
Novak's past Anderson, gains about 3 yards. Brings up second half for the Crimson.
Second down and 18 here for Morristown Bear. Running a lot of clock off here in the third quarter. Anderson on the sweep. Once again, it's LaRocca who's blocking. Anderson, a good gain. To the 15.
Spencer Anderson on the sweep.
It's a 12-yard gain for Spencer Anderson. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Anderson gained 12 yards.
Anderson comes out for at least a play. Novak in the gun. Wants to throw in the direction of Leibowitz, who's got it for another touchdown. Micah Leibowitz in the end zone again. 3rd touchdown, as he indicates, for the senior on senior day.
Crimson are going to go for 2.
Crimson are going to go for 2 here. $35-0 would mean running clock. So that might be what the Crimson are looking for. Get out of here quicker with a win. It's Leibowitz wide open for the 2-point conversion. He's like, that's too easy. 35-0. Morristown Baird leads Hopkins School. Live here on Play by Play Productions.
First down on the 30-yard line.
Micah Leibowitz, great athlete, multi-sport athlete here at Morristown Baird, also plays basketball. And he has certainly turned some heads. I don't know if there's any college recruits watching this stream, but this kid can do it all. Maybe defensively is where he plays, or he's most apt at the next level as he goes back out to play that outside linebacker position. He's been on pretty much every big stop for the Crimson. A couple tackles for a loss, 3 touchdowns offensively.
Timeout, Crimson.
Timeout, Morristown Baird. Long drive there, so a little extra time to rest for the Crimson. Take a look at the Crimson upcoming schedule. At Hackley versus Pingree and at Polytechnic Prep. 3 games in October for Morristown Baird. Who are well on their way to 4-1. Great start for the Crimson here in 2023. Shouldn't say start, we're in the mid part of the season. But Taj Valentine's got his team firing on all cylinders. Crimson are out of the timeout. They're waiting Hopkins School to come back out onto the field. We'll see what Hopkins wants to do. It's DeMayo who is back in the game for Hopkins. He went out with injury at the end of the first half. Fakes the handoff. Here comes the pressure from Mo Baird. DeMayo gets out of it, tucks it, and runs out of bounds.
Rocco DeMayo gains a couple yards.
Channeling his inner Ryan Novak, escaping for a positive gain.
It'll bring up second down.
Nearly 11-minute long drive for Morristown Baird. To start the third quarter. And now the clock runs here in the third with a 35-point lead. DeMayo with Leibowitz looming. Oh, it's almost intercepted by Velastro.
Pass is incomplete. Picked up third down.
So Hopkins has to hurry to get this play off before the third quarter comes to an end with the running clock. Normally, the clock would stop with the incomplete pass. But they seem to be in position to get one last play off. Timeout called by Hopkins.
Timeout. Hopkins.
With 4 seconds left.
Their first 2 remaining in the second half.
So a lot of big plays in this one. Micah Leibowitz with maybe the most of anyone on the field, defensively and offensively. Haven't been able to keep Marcello LaRocca down either. Leibowitz with 2 touchdown catches, a touchdown run. Forced fumble. Couple tackles for a loss. Just a complete game wrecker. And he will line up with a 3rd and 9 to come here for Hopkins. Final play of the third quarter. Crimson showing pressure. Leibowitz trying to chase down DeMeo, and he'll go out of bounds.
DeMeo goes out of bounds, and that's
the end of the third. A big loss on third down. We'll bring up 4th and long as we start the fourth quarter. Yeah, he was scared of number 88, who's back on the sidelines for the start of the fourth to come. So they'll switch sides. We'll take a quick break and come back with the final frame here on Play by Play. Start of the fourth quarter, they'll start from the left side.
So the fourth quarter, back
It'll be a punting formation here. You see Oscar Speranza is the man deep for Morristown Baird. Rocco DeMeo.
DeMeo will punt.
Back to punt. Speranza will let it bounce. Pretty good punt there from DeMeo. It'll go out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Crimson drive starts.
Looks like it's the 32-yard line. First down, Crimson.
Starters stay on the field here for Morristown Baird. Novak, who's had a nice game. With 3 touchdowns. 2 to Leibowitz. And 1 to Marcello LaRocca on the screen pass. That might have been the play of the game, that Novak, who escaped the sack, his knee was just about to go down. This was back in the first quarter, and he flipped it to LaRocca, who did the rest. That put the Crimson out and moving. 1st and 10, Novak looks to throw, and he wants Anderson deep, and he's got Spencer Anderson, who's brought down at the 30. Touchdown saving tackle by Matias Vecchi. And it was just a matter of time, as I said before, that they put Anderson the ability on the outside to go make a play as opposed to the end arounds that we've been seeing from him. And they use the speed of number 3 to move the ball to the 32. Good throw there from Novak. Put her right on the money. 1st and 10. Looking Speranza instead. He throws it over the head of Spencer Anderson, who was double teamed on that play. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Bring up 2nd down, 10 for the Crimson.
Four receivers for Morristown Baird. In motion is Oscar Speranza. And he gets the give. Oscar Speranza stays on his feet. And he's taken down by Matt Goss at the 15. More physical running for Speranza. with Marcello LaRocca lead blocking. Sometimes we see the other way around. Speranza's a little banged up. But last week during that 5-touchdown performance for Marcello LaRocca, you saw number 26 involved on, I believe, each one. He was the one springing Marcello with those big blocks. And Marcello returns the favor. Big run for Oscar Speranza, who takes a rest on the sideline. New quarterback in. And moving is Jack Morace inside the 10-yard line.
Gets inside the 10-yard line to about the 6.
Flag comes out.
On the field.
Very late. And it's a sideline warning against Taj Valentine.
Warning on the Crimson.
Well, we know Taj Valentine, he played here on this turf field. Broke many records, holds many records. Sometimes it's a little tempting to get back out and play.
Timeout, Hopkins.
Timeout called by the Hopkins school with 7:42 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Crimson with a 35-0 lead, and they're looking for more when we come back. Second down and 3. Clock reset successfully to 7:50. Fourth quarter, and Morace is the quarterback. Jack Morace on a keeper. Looking for the corner. Won't get there. Matthias Vecchi meets him there. Another flag comes out. It's going to be holding against the Crimson. Clock again will roll under 7:30. Second and long, Morace throws low for Anderson. It's incomplete.
Morace's pass is incomplete. And we have another flag on the field.
This time a personal foul against Morristown Baird. Well, they got a good cushion to be committing these fouls, but Taj Valentine and the coaching staff not going to like the penalties piling up on Morristown Baird. So 3rd and a mile. From the 33, they need to get to the 5. 28 yards to gain on 3rd down. Morace will tuck it, and he runs to the left. Morace has got a brace on his right leg.
4th down.
Flashy green cleat on his left. And Morace, he's going to come out. I don't want to get more injured than it seems Morace is dealing with there. So it's going to be 4th and long, although the Crimson are going to try a field goal here. This would be something for Ethan Reutman. We haven't said his name in a while. 3 interceptions defensively for Reutman in the first half. He knocked through a few extra points. Here's a long field goal that's blocked. Reutman
kick is blocked by the Hilltoppers.
Unable to get that one through. He had to hit it low and drive it. But unable to get it over the trenches. Good job by Novak. Ryan Novak back in holding to at least knock that play dead. Otherwise, Hopkins could have picked it up and go for 6. So Morristown Baird with a 35-point lead, and they're looking for the shutout now.
Before we forget, we got to really thank everybody.
5.5 to play. Clock still runs here in the 4th quarter. Crimson well on their way to a 4-1 start this season. Handoff and 1st down. Tackle made in the backfield by Brooks Limbert.
Brooks Limbert on a tackle in the backfield.
No more Maurice Ellis for Hopkins. In fact, it's Andrew Baer now at quarterback. So the backup's in here for Hopkins School, who has thrown in the white flag. And Morristown Baird also going to send in some of the second stringers as they get the starters get a round of applause coming off the field. No more Micah Leibowitz, so a couple, even more than a couple, fresh faces on the field for both teams.
Approaching Morristown Baird. And again, we don't forget our vet.
Penalty against Morristown Baird.
Our Morris Minutemen who come over to keep us safe. We'd also like to thank
2nd down and 8.
for a great job today. And our volunteer change crew. They did a great job as well.
See if some of these new Mo Baird players can make a name for themselves here in this final 4 minutes of play. Can't simulate game reps. And here's a handoff with Darius Payne, the sophomore, who makes the tackle.
And sophomore Darius Payne, number 18 on the tackle.
Only a gain of 1 to make it 3rd and 7 for Hopkins. Bear fakes the handoff, and down he goes. Brady Morace erasing the quarterback, Andrew Bear.
Andrew Bear kept the ball. Tackled by...
Couple plays by number 13. So Jack and Brady Morace both making plays here in the 4th quarter. 4th and 14 now for Hopkins. Keep the offense on the field. Why not? And they hand it off. This is Jason Yang with the gain of 5. That's a turnover on downs.
Jason Yang on the carry.
And the Crimson with one last possession, likely one last possession before heading off the field as 4-1 Morristown Baird Crimson.
Morristown Baird will take over. First down on the Hilltop.
Heck of a performance defensively and offensively for Morristown Baird. Guys in the trenches did their job. Ryan Novak maybe playing his best game as a quarterback this season. Jack Murray's back in at quarterback here on senior day. The senior takes the snap and a run. Takes a couple Hopkins players to bring him down. Micah Leibowitz with a big game. Spencer Anderson, no touchdowns for number 3, but he accumulated decent amount of yards. There are some of the starters. Those are probably the 4 biggest players for Mo Baird, skill position players, I should say. Ryan Novak not pictured there. But Ethan Reutman with the 3 interceptions. A couple more touchdowns for Marcello LaRocca. And then Leibowitz, who we've mentioned, of course. Don't forget about Oscar Speranza with a big block coming from Marco Velastro. Speranza reaching for the end zone, and he is going to be marked just short. Flag comes in. It's back at the 20. Likely against Morristown Baird. But a great run there from Oscar Speranza, who's had a few big chunk plays. Love the lead blocking by Morristown Baird. It's a sign of good coaching and the effort that these guys are putting out there to clear the path. That time, again, Marco Velastro, though maybe that was the guilty infraction on the play. Velastro looking like he's not happy with the call. 2nd down and 9.
Timeout on the field.
And a timeout is called with 28 seconds left. So again, Morristown Baird will go on the road to face Hackley next week on the 6th. Then Pingree they'll host here at home. And Polytechnic Prep back on October 21st. So maybe one more play here for Morristown Baird.
Return home here in 2 weeks to play Pingree.
After 2 good performances here at home in back-to-back weeks, Spirit Week last week, Senior Day today, Crimson have been putting on a show for their home faithful.
Second half for Crimson.
Taj Valentine taking his headset off. The job has been done for Morristown Baird. Quickly out comes Marco Velastro. Before they snap, Morace in victory formation. And as the script would have it, it's a senior in Jack Morace, who kneels down for the final play of the game. The seniors came to play today for the Crimson. Mo Baird, 35-0. The final here. Crimson defeat Hopkins and improve to 4-1.
That's the ball game. Your final score, the Crimson and Morristown.
Congratulations to Morristown Baird.
Hopkins 0. We'd like to thank you all for your attendance this afternoon. And please drive home safely. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
So we'll keep it here for a moment. Maybe we'll get that picture of Morristown Baird ringing the bell on Senior Day. Sometimes it's a little tough to see from our perch up top, but I'll see if we can get a view of it. Crimson look like they're ready to jog over to the bell. Marcello LaRocca, again, a few more touchdowns. Tell you what, every game it looks like LaRocca, who's dishing out some punishment. He comes up limping a decent amount, but he's looking healthy now. That leg taped up, he's no doubt a tough cookie. Again, congratulations to the seniors, LaRocca among them. Jack Morace, as we mentioned. Ethan Reutman. As the Crimson again improved to 4-1 on the year. Time to line up and ring that bell. Spencer Anderson and Ethan Reutman there to ring the bell on Senior Day. Congratulations, Crimson. And this will be the image we leave you with. Jake Gallagher on camera today. Simon Rosenwasser here for play-by-play saying so long. Big thanks to the Morristown Baird Athletic Department as well. Joanne DeZama, the athletic director, Kathy Fleming, Scott Green as well. So long here from Morristown as the Crimson are victorious again.